we all know that no team has ever come back from down 0-3. 156 teams have tried, 156 have failed. That includes an 0-14 record in the finals. So here's what Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic said yesterday about the task at hand here.
Obviously, sucks horrendously that we're not at least, competitive in this series right now, 3 games in. But it's also about getting experience and learning through these things.
This is my first semifinals, so I'm gonna learn from it for sure. But we're not in off season yet. They still gotta win one more game. Like I said, we're gonna believe till the end.
All right, Luka says it. Luka says you got to believe until the end. So, Monica, what reason have the Mavs given you to believe?
Unfortunately, not any. I don't think that the Mavs are going to be able to get this done. And when you look at what happened in Game 3 last night, the Celtics, or not last night, the other night, the Celtics just have so many options. Late in this ball game, as they were making their push, the Celtics responded, right? This was before the game would be drawn to within 1 point with about 1:20 to go. But look at all of the options. You have to respect each option. Even on the right rotations, Jrue Holiday is able to make the right pass, and Derek White steps up and knocks down a huge 3. This was sort of in the pivotal moments of this ball game. 3-point game pushed out to a 6-point game after this. And then the following play, they were this close. Jason Tatum nearly turns this basketball over, but he's able to make a play in the gut of this Mavs defense. And so it's just these little things, whether it's executing or the grit that the Celtics have played with to this point, they've just outdueled the Mavs.
And we focus so much on the Dallas Mavericks defense, or their lack thereof, frankly, over this last couple of games. But when I spoke to Luka Doncic yesterday, he mentioned to me how they've been held to under 100 points over and over again. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
Do you feel like you still have another level that you can reach even with being this banged up?
Yeah, especially, helping my teammates out. They played a different kind of defense we've never seen before in these playoffs. Just let us go one-on-one. So I think I have to help out my teammates more.
They play what?
One-on-one. They play, making them play a lot of one-on-one.
Yeah, that's what he want, right? I mean, he's the lead. He led the league in scoring this year. This is what he want. Should be able to attack these one-on-one matchups, and especially when you have a guy like old man Al Horford, right? You should be able to get downhill. It's the other end for Luka. To be honest with you, I don't give a damn if Luka have 40, 10, and 11 a night. I need to see the other things, the little things that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Played with too many Hall of Famers on this stage, right? And although they had the numbers in the box scores, we could go to the film room and we could see guys diving on the floor for 50-50 balls. We could see guys cracking back on when their bigs are going to help, things to that nature. I need to see that out of Luka tonight. He needs to get carried out on the stretcher, right? Leave it all out on the floor like Deli did,
yeah.
Right? Fighting over screens. Real talk, this got to be personal for Luka. He cannot go into the offseason after that Game 3 performance and what he did to the Mavs, to his team. He has to pick them up. He has to do what he needs to do.
When you look at Luka Doncic, we said he's not going to be compared to other All-Stars. He's not going to get compared to Jaylen Brown. He's not going to get compared to Jason Tatum. He's going to get compared to other people in his class. That is the Shaquille O'Neals. Those are the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, the Steph Curry's, the guys that are MVP-ready type players, Kobe Bryant. So when we look at their performance, it's not just statistics. Even you look at Kobe Bryant when he won his last championship. Sure. He struggled in the last game, and he had his teammates help him up. It's not always going to be seamless for a superstar. Right. But you've never questioned a superstar's effort in certain spaces. And that's what's unique about right now is that it ain't the numbers, it's the effort. Right. And it didn't matter if Steph wasn't great at defense, didn't matter what was going on. You never questioned anyone's effort, especially on that part of the ball.
But I do want to give Dallas, or the Boston Celtics rather, credit for what they are doing.
Absolutely.
What are they doing to Luka Doncic here today?
First of all, I know when we think about the Celtics, we always talk about the duo, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, their star offensive performances. But typically when you win championships, you reference the Warriors, they have had top 2 defenses. Their defense has showed up.
Yes,
in the regular season. The Celtics had the number 2 defense. And let me show you what this defense is doing over the course of this NBA Finals as we break it down. Let's head to the court. First of all, they're forcing errant passes. This is great defense. Jrue Holiday has the first assignment. Now that's Al Horford. And if you watch this right here, he's still helping based off of Luka's power. power and magnitude. Before you realize that they've had 54 lobs leading into the NBA Finals, they only have 2 at this point based off of those things and also the smothering ball pressure. Watch this right here. This forces a very difficult situation. It's Tillman now getting the switch. And what I love about this is just that they're all committed to this role. It's Luka. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. One-on-one, he attacks and is able to close the gap and contest a shot. But Perk, you always give me credit for these breakdowns, y'all, because this is for you right here. They also are great at sliding those puppies. You know, did you see that right there?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
To me, it's
right
the
on the
effort
graphic there.
defensively. It's the effort defensively that you're seeing, and it's being contrasted to Dallas's lack of through Luka Doncic.
And to piggyback off of that, just watching even when Kyrie Irving gets switches, right? We talked about the play yesterday with Al Horford when Al Horford made him take the tough contested 3. But Peyton Pritchard, he's been holding his own, right? When switching out on Kyrie, I'm like, they're making an emphasis to guard the damn ball. And like Drew Holiday comments, he was like, even out, know how to guard the ball, and it was real though.
To your point though about it not being about Luka's stats, 3 out of the 5 matchups between these two teams, Luka has had a triple-double, and so to a degree, the Celtics are willing to live with this productivity that doesn't necessarily translate into winning basketball for the Mavs formulaically.
He's averaging 35 points a game in his 6 career elimination games. That's most in the NBA ever. Just ahead of LeBron, just ahead of Jordan, just ahead of Wilt. So, Richard, you've been on both sides of a sweep, right? Yeah, just checking in on that.
No, I've never swept anyone in the NBA Finals, but I have been on the other side of that. Shout out the Lakers and the 0-1 squad with Shaq and Kobe.
Right.
But no, how much I believe, I always have belief because I've been in a position where we had done something that had never been done before. The thing that makes me a little hesitant for any belief is that you had Porzingis. He was an X factor. We saw his impact in game 2. When we got on the plane, when Draymond got suspended, it was like, hey, we needed a little bit of help. We got a little bit of help. So the Dallas Mavericks got a little bit of help. They came into their building. There was no Kristaps Porzingis, and that was the effort that they put forth. That is disappointing. Do I think it's over? They can't win one? No. Because you know who won a game? The Miami Heat won a game against the Boston Celtics. You know who won a game? The banged up Cleveland Cavaliers won a game. Do you know who else won a game? The Indiana Pacers. So if the Dallas Mavericks step up here and can't even win a damn game, it's embarrassing. We can call it what it is. It is fully embarrassing. You are at least healthy because your squad is on the court. Luka's putting 30, 10, and 10 up. Don't tell me he doesn't have enough help to win one game. That's what's embarrassing.
I'm with you.
Why everybody got quiet on me? Everybody got quiet on me.
Because when you preaching, we go shut up.
Okay,
Seriously,
right there
we go
with you.
shut up. But look, I'm not counting the Mavs out. They're going to lose this series. I got them picked to win this game tonight. In this series, we haven't seen a game where Kyrie and Luka both perform at an elite level, right? Games 1 and 2, Luka was doing his thing offensively. Kyrie was struggling. Kyrie came back and bounced back in game 3. All of a sudden, Luka had an emotional break now. In game 4, I think both of these guys are going to show up and show out offensively. It's going to be enough to overcome the Boston Celtics. And by the way, here's the thing.
Tell us.
I'm listening to the Celtics right now, and I'm listening to the players talk, not Joe Mazzulla. And they're acting as if it's over. It's the first of 4, right? Not the first of 3. So I hope they don't expect to walk into this building and think that the Mavs are going to roll over and play dead.
Yeah, I agree. And I do think that if you look at the top 2, they combined for 62 points, right? So they're feeling confident moving in and motivated, more motivated than ever. But more importantly, in this NBA Finals, the Mavs are shooting 6 for 24 on wide open shots. That's only going to go up potentially in game 4.
Right, because game 4s or closeout games rather are oftentimes, Richard Perk, you've said this, the hardest games to play here, Monica. The hardest game is to close out a team, particularly in the NBA Finals.
I just go back to something that our George Sedano reported on our radio broadcast about the huddle. And when the game got tight, clutch time in the 4th, Jaylen Brown using the word, let's graduate. For all the noise that has been said about the Boston Celtics, oh, y'all, everybody, the best players were hurt on your way here, oh, the East was easy. What better statement could they make than to close it out tonight? tonight. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, and I agree with y'all in terms of pride, but I think that Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown are at a different place in their career.
Yeah, and speaking of the noise, right, I hear the players and, all the coaches of the Celtics, they're talking about, oh, y'all were criticizing Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I was, because they earned it. Let's not act like over the past.
Hold on, don't get on your high horse.
No, but I'm saying let's not
about them.
But let's not act like over the last 2 years, you guys have not lived up to expectations. Okay, so now that you are, we congratulate and we salute, but it was warranted while we were criticizing.
Yeah, they were down 3-0 last year. They were down 3-0 last year to Miami.
I mean, this is a day for high horses, Malika.
Yeah, you're going to see exactly what Chiney means coming up here in a little bit. But on the Dallas Mavericks side, there's a whole lot of people hoping that they can summon something. We're still here, Richard. Something, including Dirk Nowitzki. Did you happen to see this, Kendrick Perkins?
What's that?
Some sort of fan fest outside of the arena.
Oh, good for them.
Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. That's not how that's supposed to go.
Would you, I mean,
Look at this collar.
Don't show this to me.
Look at this collar.
I'm not watching this. I'm not watching
would you ever try that, Perkins?
No.
I'm not watching
Look at this collar.
Come back.
I can't watch this.
I mean, my man wasn't even close.
You might as well have had Perk try.
They gotta vet these
You got the same.
We put Perk through enough.
Wanna try to post at what I look like. Think I'm gonna try to wear I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA over here, feeling fun.